Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast on this Tuesday. Yesterday we had highs, ranging anywhere from 59 in Kansas City to 78 in Manhattan. Quite the range in temperatures yesterday. Today, I think we'll be gently in the upper 60s to mid 70s for the area. Again, depending on the extent of cloud cover, that's certainly something that impacted temperatures yesterday. I still think it's going to be above average for this time of year, no doubt about that, which would be around 60 for this time of year. So no worries about that, but just how warm it will get, that's the question. Meanwhile, Supercast is indicating we're generally mostly sunny for the morning hours and then a little bit more cloud cover pushing in this afternoon. Hopefully by that time we're pretty close to our high temperature anyway, so worst case scenario, maybe we're 1 to 3 degrees cooler than the forecast high, so nothing to worry about in that regard. And trying to pick up on a few sprinkles this afternoon, evening, mainly out towards Missouri, but I think it stays dry here in northeast Kansas. And taking a look at computer model number 2, again, showing generally mostly sunny this morning with a few clouds starting to move in as we get closer to about 3 o'clock, and then a little bit more cloud cover through the rest of the evening hours. And then generally mostly clear tonight, but clouds quickly on the increase close to sunrise tomorrow. That'll set us up with a little bit more cloud cover through the day as well. Maybe a few sprinkles, but again, nothing to be too worried about as far as rain is concerned. And we'll have clouds clearing out as we get closer towards sunset. So right now I'm going mostly sunny for today and tomorrow, but don't be surprised by clouds at times this afternoon and tomorrow for at least the morning and early afternoon hours before the clouds start to clear out a little bit more so in the afternoon. Our first real opportunity for rain, at least according to this model, is late Wednesday night, Thursday morning, mainly in our southern communities. Still not too convinced about that to put it in the official 8-day forecast, but it is certainly something that we'll keep an eye on. And then during the day Thursday, we're generally dry and mostly sunny, maybe a few clouds at times. Supercast on this one, trying to pick up on an isolated shower as we get it around 8:30 or so, but it quickly dissipates as we get close to midnight. So that's not going to amount to really anything there. I'm still thinking this weekend is going to be something to watch out for as far as precipitation. And then I have another opportunity next Tuesday. Temperatures, generally speaking, upper 60s to mid 70s today and tomorrow. 80s on Thursday, and then a little bit cooler Friday with even cooler temperatures over the weekend. Cold front pushes through during the day on Sunday, especially in the morning. So while Saturday night will still be relatively mild, mid-40s, we're not going to warm up all that much depending on the timing of that cold front. That's going to be key as far as the potential for severe weather and maybe a little bit of a wintry mix as well Sunday. Here's a look at how much rain we could potentially get. Still some differences in how much rain between the two long-range computer models. So we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on that, taking it on a day-by-day basis, especially on those isolated chances, starting as early as tomorrow, lasting through Friday. But certainly more importantly this weekend and next Tuesday. I do want to mention the humidity does increase by late Saturday, especially southeast of the Turnpike, southeastern Kansas, low to mid-60s for dew points. That is the key as far as maybe where the better chance of severe weather might be. So it is changing a little bit from what it was yesterday, where it might be a little bit farther to the south and east compared to the forecast from yesterday. But as of this recording, the Storm Prediction Center has not yet put out the extended outlook for the severe weather outline, if you will. So that's why it's not in this video, but it will be during the newscasts, and I'll post a video on it later on today on the WIBW weather app. We still have the humidity on the higher side, low to mid-60s through Sunday morning along and south of the Turnpike. That's still enough to, at the very least, have opportunities for thunderstorms, if not strong to severe storms, Saturday night, Sunday morning. And then we quickly get rid of that higher humidity throughout the day Sunday. That's because that cold front pushes through. That also gives an opportunity for maybe a little bit of snow. Nothing to worry about just yet, but maybe a trace to 1 inch in north central Kansas, possibly 1 to 2. A little bit heavier snowfall potential in northwest Kansas, south central Nebraska. So that axis of higher snow could shift northwest or southeast. GFS, however, doesn't really have that. Does still indicate some heavy snow in Nebraska, though, so we're close. We are close. We're behind that cold front over the weekend. That if precipitation is in the area and everything lines up right, there's a possibility. Now, we always have to keep in mind that even though models say a lot of snow, it's tricky if temperatures are above freezing, limiting how much snow we get. We saw that on that potential of our last snowstorm last week. There wasn't a whole lot because temperatures were above freezing. We're going to be a little bit warmer, almost by about 10 degrees on Sunday, if we were going to get any snowfall for the weekend. So I'm not too worried about any major accumulation, but because it's a possibility, we'll keep an eye on it. Meanwhile, we have a probability of above average temperatures continuing, even though we do have that slight cool down for maybe a few days, Sunday into early next week. Otherwise, it does look like it may start to not be quite as active, possibly in the 8 to 14 and 3 to 4 week outlook with normal precipitation probabilities. Severe weather storm spotter training classes in Emporia tonight, Council Grove tomorrow night, Valley Falls and Jefferson County Thursday night. So if you're out in those counties or nearby, that you can head out there at 7 p.m., learn about severe weather for about 90 minutes. It's a great opportunity for it. Temperatures mild through Saturday, a little bit on the cool side, a little bit more seasonal Sunday and early next week. And temperatures are getting close to the mid-30s as we head into early next week as well, where some areas may get close to the freezing mark. So not quite done yet with winter in the form of maybe a little bit of snow mixing with the rain and or temperatures getting close to the freezing mark for at least maybe a little bit of frost or even a freeze. Not a hard freeze, but a freeze. I don't expect 20s, but at least closer to freezing mark. That's a possibility. Have a great day and enjoy at least these next 2 days with relatively comfortable temperatures and relatively light winds before we get a little bit more active starting on Thursday.